Yesterday's featured tea not only focused our attention on another rather remote country of origin about which most of us know very little, Nepal, but it also increased our awareness that there are tea businesses practicing humanitarian projects all around the world. Today's tea, for day 18 of 31 of Sip for Peace, takes us to India. This tea is provided by another one of those tea companies with a special mission attached to their trade. Raj Vabel of Young Mountain Tea, who is pairing his tea business with compassion for the people of the world who are struggling economically. And he has a plan to change this. Raj has been a passionate spokesperson for the teas from the Kumaon district, which is where the tea for today comes from, but for all of India. His work helps us to consider how our choices about the teas that we choose and that we purchase can support worldwide efforts to treat people fairly, or not. Another note about this tea, this is, if you look closely and if you look at the photograph that we put up on the website, this is a very green colored leaf, but it's actually considered a white tea. So it's one of the more unusual teas in our offering in our global tea blend. This is the dry leaf, and then the really beautiful big restored wet leaves. And they're also the leaves that when you open your package of global tea blend, you're likely to see them inside the mix of all the 31 leaves because they are so big and so fluffy. And here's one that's really fully restored, so you can actually see the leaves and the unopened bud. You can probably tell that's some of my great pleasure with drinking whole leaf teas is playing with all the leaves, and I encourage you to do the same. So I ask you today to consider how this aspect of being a tea sipper, this aspect of buying your tea for the welfare of people in very remote regions who need our help, how this might color your vision of world peace and the possibilities that we have to connect with people around the world in new and very meaningful ways. Now, our meditation for today actually comes from down under. Jane Schuler is a graduate of the Australian Tea Masters training program and she was introduced to me by Sharon Johnston, who is one of our sponsors for Sip for Peace. Sharon is the founder of the Australian Tea Masters. Jane, the graduate, combines her skill with creating relaxing and meditative environments by using sound and music, and also by blending relaxing and restorative teas. She shares an audio file with us today that is designed really to use with your sip-in moment, your sip for peace moment. When you blend your tea, either from one of these countries of origin or our global tea blend. And the quote that I'm using, that I chose, is one by Rumi. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. As we use tea to connect with other cultures around the world, how are we changed? Thank you for sipping with me for peace.